Alright gang, welcome to Hansens Speed Shop. We're going to be doing another custom Hot Wheels build today, but before we get started, just want to remind everyone, if you dig what you see here today, hit that subscribe button for more cool stuff like this in the future. Today we're going to be doing this all new casting from Hot Wheels. I believe it's a 1970 Chevy Nova SS. This came in their Fast and the Furious series. Really like this casting. Big fan of Chevy Novas in general, but today we're going to be building this car into a replica of a super cool 70s street machine drag car called the Plain Brown Rapper. Now that car's actually a 69 Nova, but this is pretty much close enough, and I'm picking this one specifically just because it's got like the nice detailing with the post and super nice chassis detailing and just overall nice detailing. So this is gonna make a really nice custom. I did a car a few years back that was kind of a tribute to that car, but we're gonna go one step farther, make it a lot more detailed than I did on my original one. I didn't do any of the logos or put really nice wheels on it or anything like that, like we're going to do with this one. So the first thing that we're going to have to do though is get this thing torn apart, get this nightmarish paint stripped off. Not nightmarish and it looks nice, it's just these premium cars are a nightmare to strip. They take for whatever reason, it's like indestructible paint. Really takes a lot to get it stripped off, but we'll get this thing torn apart, stripped, and take a look at what we have to work with, start kind of laying out our build, and see what parts we're going to need. One thing I know that we're probably going to have to do is obviously change the stance of the car, but the real car to me almost looks like they kind of maybe re-radiused the back fenders, so I'm not sure. We might have to do that also on this one. The front of the car sits pretty good, I'm not too bad, but the back of the car is going to need to come up a little bit. That's probably the only real major modification. We might also put a hood scoop on here like the real car does, but those probably be the only two major things that I can foresee that we're going to have to do. But so I'll get this thing torn apart, strip the paint off, clean the body up, and then we'll go from there. Alright guys, so we're back onto the Nova project. A lot of work's gone into it. Got the paint stripped off, started cleaning up the body, and we've done a lot of body modifications. The factory scoops, I shaved them off the hood because we're going to put a different hood scoop on here. The little scoops on the fenders, front fenders, those got shaved off as well as all the trim on the bottom of the body. Shaved that all, and then we kind of tried to re-radius the back fenders, but still leave the top lip as much as I could. Try to get these tires to fit. Really had to channel this out to get the car to sit right. Had to make a custom back axle, and we had to trim out in front of the tires here to get everything all to fit right. But it's pretty good. It's still got a little bit of work to do, but as you can see, it's looking pretty good. Pretty happy with that. I don't have my front wheels yet, but we're gonna have to make a custom axle for that as well. And then we also had to trim out in the inner fender wells in the back, just right on the corners for clearance. But basically all that's really left to do is once I get my scoop, we'll put that on the hood, get our front axle on here. We're probably gonna have to make some kind of little headers or do something with this exhaust. And then this thing can get just the final little cleanup on it and go off to get painted and detailed. So not a ton of work left to do, but just a lot of little stuff yet. Had like some casting ridges on the roof and stuff that had to get cleaned up. So it's coming along pretty good. We'll check it out again once we make a little bit more progress. Alright gang, it's time for the final unveil on this custom Hot Wheels 70 Nova called the Plain Brown Wrapper, and this thing came out looking really cool. I am so happy with the way this thing came out. I hope you guys dig it as much as I do. Give it a thumbs up, comment below, let me know what you think. I originally saw this car in a magazine about 3 years ago and I really dug it, and I've wanted to do a custom Hot Wheels version of it ever since. Finally got around to it, and I could not be happier with the way this thing turned out. So I'm going to just do a quick overview of everything that I did to turn this car into a tribute to the real thing, starting with the body. We shaved off the scoops on the front fender. We shaved the inserts off the hood and added a 3D printed snorkel scoop. Also had to recut the rear wheel openings. We changed the stance on the car. I raised the back of the car up, and then we left the front slam just like how it came from Hot Wheels. Added some awesome wheels. They have that old Krager or kind of centerline auto drag look to them. The backs are Hot Wheels rear riders and the fronts are M2. And then I also was lucky enough to score them with the Goodyear tires on the front, so it really has the look of the real car. And then I painted those gold, gave the car a really beautiful metallic root beer paint job just like the real car. Handed the plain brown wrapper on the door, and then added some decals on the side of the car to give it the look like Hurst shifter, Moroso, hooker headers. On the back got Fram, Pennzoil, and Lakewood. And then I also did the little logo on the rear window there. Couldn't do it on the doors because there's no windows there. But in the interior, did the whole interior out in a satin black. Then I custom made a roll bar out of some aluminum tubing and did that out in a gloss black. And then I also added a little tack on the dash just like the real car. Gave this car some hood pins, detailed out the wipers, door handles, marker lights. Then up front we blacked out the grille and headlights just like the real thing. Detailed out our tail lights. Underneath the car, did everything out in a flat black, and I also made some custom little race headers out of aluminum tubing. Just super nice, super happy with the look on this car. It sits right, it has the right look. A ton of work went into this car though to make it look like the real car, but I think it was worth it because I'm super happy with it. Again guys, hit that like button if you dig this car. Comment below, let me know what you think of it. Even gave it the little gold diff cover like the real thing. As much detail that I could give this car to give it the look of the real thing, I tried to. If you're not already a subscriber to Hansens Speed Shop, hit that subscribe button. Stick around for a few more pictures of the car. Otherwise, until next time guys, get out, work on your own projects, get those hands dirty and greasy, stay cool, and we'll catch you cats on the next one. Thanks for watching.